Good afternoon from wherever you're watching us. This is Younib TV News at 1 with me, Rachael Akinyi. And in our today's story, we'll be informing you on how the traffic officers stationed at roadblock at Corinda Junction on the Busia-Kisumu Road have been apprehended for extortion. But first things first, let's take a look at the highlights.
Let us not kill political parties. Na ODM, sisi kama watu wa ODM, msifanye makosa ya kumezwa.
Wacha washike, ndio sasa Kenya yetu huenda ikawa tutakuwa na maendeleo poa. Kuna juu ya ufisadi, waache ufisadi ili Kenya yetu huenda itaendelea.
Hata enrollment shule imeenda juu. Ile wasichana ambao ukiwa wanawachwa ilikuwa nakosa fee naenda nyumbani kuolewa, saa hii kuna watoto wawili wanaenda kwa class wanasoma.
Now to our first story. Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka visited the grave of the late Raila Odinga yesterday at Kango Kajaramogi in Siaya County. He urged the people of Bondo and the Odinga family to permit all Kenyans, irrespective of their tribe or political affiliation, to pay their final respects to the late Raila Odinga. Ida Odinga, the widow of Raila Odinga, remarked that the bond of friendship between Kalonzo and the late Raila is indelible, considering the extensive political journey they undertook together. She stated that all those who cherished Raila Odinga are welcome to express their respect.
We were in the trenches. We said resist. And I want my brother to know that when it comes to bad governance, we will continue to resist. That the values he lived for will never die with him. In fact, he's more powerful in death than when he was alive. Raila Odinga will be more powerful in death, I repeat, than when he was alive. Because he inspired the young Kenyans. He inspired the Gen Zs.
Raila's widow, Ida Odinga, saying Kalonzo's friendship cannot be wiped away.
Political parties. Na ODM, sisi kama watu wa ODM, msifanye makosa ya kumezwa. Makosa ya kumezwa.
ODM is a party for the people. And because it's not a cash party. Huwezi kununua watu tu juu na chini na nini. ODM is not a cash party.
It came to issues ambayo inahusu wananchi, Raila hakukuwa na compromise yoyote. Hata kama wewe ni Nyasaye mwenyewe, Raila anakutakuta hata kuface.
Na sisi tunaomba koti zetu, tafadhali mumalize na hii mambo ya compensation, mutoe kotini, watu wapewe pesa.
Now, the Nairobi County government has refuted allegations that numerous women who have recently given birth are being held in public hospitals due to unpaid medical bills, stating that there has been a delay in the waiver approval process. Nairobi County Governor Johnson Sakaja, who addressed the Senate Health Committee regarding the issues surrounding health infrastructure in the county, emphasized that there is definitive guideline for medical fee waivers and encouraged residents to register with the Community Health Authority.
Total number of women detained in the hospital facility due to inability to settle maternity fees, stating the respective amounts owed, state the payment modalities or options in place set by the hospital management for defaulters.
Detention. Number one, we don't detain women in facilities. It is the waiver period and process that takes a bit of time. And that is what we are refining. Because you find people ultimately, and you've been a governor, facilities cannot run if payment is not made. And that is why we tell people, please register on SHA. register onto SHA so that you can be covered. But you see, also keeping them for long is a cost because you have to feed them. They're taking space others would have taken. But imagine if everybody who says they can't pay is released immediately. All facilities will collapse. Chair. If people had the option of not paying, they would not pay. Even those who can pay. So, Chair, we have a waiver guideline, and we have a process of waivers, partial waiver or full waiver, that hospital by hospital we do. Chair, when I go to those hospitals, and the CEOs will tell you, even those who could, all the women, they come running and they say, oh, Governor, tumekwama hapa. Sometimes it is not true. They say there's been there for 3 months. It is not true. I don't waive for them. I pay. The only difference is, Chair, I don't put it on media. And I think...
The Kenya Scouts Association has been acknowledged as a vital collaborator in the government's initiatives for environmental protection, civic engagement, and youth empowerment. Interior's Principal Secretary, Dr. Raymond Omolo, praised the organization's proactive participation in climate action and social campaigns via the Ministries of Interior's network of national government administrative officials. He made these remarks on Thursday during an investiture ceremony where he was installed as an ambassador of the Scouts movement. During this event, he detailed plans to establish digital innovation hubs at Scout centers across the country, aimed at equipping youth with digital literacy, innovation, and entrepreneurial skills.
And we will be establishing and also equipping digital innovation hubs in the Scout centers across the country so that we empower all youths with digital literacy, innovation, and entrepreneurial skills. This actually aligns with Kenya's national Jesicah initiative, under which 15 digital innovation hubs have been launched so as to drive inclusive economic development. The Scout Peace Ambassadors and our local administration can promote harmony within communities because the Scout character in training can be integrated into civic education programs that is led by our chiefs and assistant chiefs.
Five traffic officers stationed at a roadblock at Korinda Junction on the Busia-Kisumu Road have been apprehended for extortion. The five were caught red-handed at the infamous roadblock located approximately 5 kilometers from Busia town and were subsequently arrested by detectives from the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission.
Anakulazimisha umpe pesa yenye hauna na mtu wako kwa payslip. Kwanza vile wameshikwa hivi, mimi nataka kusikia next ni nini? Wasemi hiyo pesa wanapelekanga wapi?
Wacha washike, ndio sasa Kenya yetu huenda ikawa tutakuwa na maendeleo poa. Kuna juu ya ufisadi, waache ufisadi ili Kenya yetu huende itaendelea. Juu ufisadi imefanya vitu mingi imerudi nyuma.
Unapata gari iko na kila kitu, lakini mtu bado anataka hongo. Anakuita dereva, shuka chini, ushuka ufanye nini? Gari iko na license kama dereva, imefanya inspection, imepitia kila kitu ambao trafiki inafaa angalie.
We will be taking a short break right here on Younib TV News at 1. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now, the tourism stakeholders gathered in the streets of Nairobi to protest against what they describe as an arbitrary increase in park entry fees by 8.5%. They argue that this decision jeopardizes the tourism industry and threatens thousands of jobs. The protesters are calling on the government to revoke the new rates and engage in new consultations. Wildlife PS Sylvia Musaya has stated that a meeting will take place today to discuss these concerns.
Once again, we are just here to reiterate our saying no to KWS plans of increasing our park fee by 8.5%. They've already tripled the park fees and we supported them because they said, oh, we need money to run our operations. But now it feels like they are pushing too much. They are taking advantage and they have introduced an 8.5% on all charges.
So at the end of the day, this park fee that has been impacted on them or has been forced to the travel agents is going to affect everybody.
Pia tunauliza KWS na shirika zote ambazo zinahusika. Tunavyoongeza bei, inamaanisha ile spending power ya tourist ambaye amekuja Kenya inarudi chini. Kwa sababu ule mgeni alikuwa analipa $40 kwa siku, atalipa $100, samahani.
We need to meet with the tourism ministry, TRA and all the players. So that as government, tusome what you are bringing today, what you brought to KWS on Monday, what you've written to us. We look at each and every one and see how we can answer your queries. And we will answer to
Teachers under the Kenya National Union of Teachers have complained about the continued existence of the system of transferring teachers to work away from their homes, despite the National Parliament abolishing the system.
This is a devil that we must fight. We know too well that Parliament got rid of delocalization. But some of our officers are still practicing delocalization. And I told Teacher Service Commission in no uncertain terms that we cannot use promotions to advocate delocalization. If a teacher has to be promoted and there is a chance elsewhere, leave this teacher here until we have chances here for the teacher to be promoted.
Still on matters education, the enrollment of students in Mandera County has seen a twofold increase following the county government's implementation of free education across all public schools. Since the launch of the Elimu kwa Wote initiative 3 years ago, enrollment has risen by 70%. And under this initiative, students in secondary schools are exempt from paying school fees, while those attending colleges are required to pay only half of the standard fees.
Enrollment actually went very high. Transition from primary to secondary went by 98%, where people who have been out of school and some of them married with kids came back to school.
Under Elimu kwa Wote, we sponsor all our students in public secondary schools on free secondary education. There are 68 public secondary schools in Mandera. Every child is catered for fees by Mandera County government.
Hata enrollment shule imeenda juu. Ile wasichana ambao ukiwa wanawachwa ilikuwa nakosa fee naenda nyumbani kuolewa, saa hii kuwa na watoto wawili wanaenda kwa class wanasoma.
Ile kitu ya kulipa fee gavana ndio unalipa. Sisi sasa atusemi sasa fee utotoa wapi?
Katika secondary school vile malipo ni bure kabisa. Watoto wanasoma mzuri bila shida yote. Mimi nikiwa naongea na wewe watoto yangu 7 sasa wamemaliza. Ya misho sasa wawili ndio wanafanya mitani.
Yote wamenisaidia, si mimi peke yangu, watu wote walikaa nyumbani. Sasa wamemaliza form 4. Kama msichana wetu sasa anasoma form 4.
Came in, I told you when there was a serious drought. And our community here rely on livestock to pay school fees. Now 70% of their livestock livelihood gone. So we were looking at a situation where over 60% of the school-going children were going to be out of school. So we decided to launch a program called Elimu or what, irrespective of who you are.
But after the governor announced that the Mandera County government is intending to finance 50% of their fees, we had a floodgate of students who are coming in to seek admissions until the number rose to almost 700.
So in this college, no teacher trainee has ever been sent out by the principal or the administration because of fees, because 50% is paid.
The Mandera County story brings us to the end of our bulletin. That is all we had lined up for you this afternoon here on Younib TV News at 1. My name is Rachael Akinyi. Have a lovely afternoon.